Hello, welcome to HBM's UFO Corner. This week we're going to be talking about 1947, Year of the Flying Saucer. We will never know exactly what private pilot Kenneth A. Arnold saw 77 years ago while flying past Mount Rainier on June 24th, 1947. What he said he saw and spent the rest of his life trying to explain added the words flying saucer to the vocabularies of millions of people around the world. Kenneth A. Arnold stands in front of the Cal Air A-2 light airplane he was flying when he sighted the flying saucers. That June afternoon, Arnold took off from Cheyenne on his way to an air show in Pendleton, Oregon, with a planned fuel stop at Yakima, Washington. He was an experienced pilot with 4,000 hours of flying time logged and a member of an Idaho search and rescue unit. He was piloting a single engine Cal Air A-2 light airplane. Skies were clear and the winds light. He planned to detour a bit en route. A U.S. Marine Corps Curtiss C-46 commando transport had crashed, with 32 U.S. Marines on board somewhere near his eastward course, and Arnold hoped to find the downed aircraft and claim a $5,000 reward. Shortly before 3 p.m., as Arnold circled his plane about 20 miles west of Mount Rainier, searching for the C-46, he saw a bright flash. It startled me. I just assumed it was some military lieutenant out with a shiny P-51 and I had caught the reflection of the sun hitting the wings of his plane. After more flashes appeared, Arnold ruled out a nearby Douglas DC-4 airliner as the source. He claimed they emanated from 9 shiny objects flying in an echelon formation about 5 miles long. Arnold described each object as circular, about 100 feet across, and with no discernible tail. The objects periodically flipped, banked, and weaved side to side like the tail of a Chinese kite. The formation was crossing in front of Arnold, and he decided to time his passage from Mount Rainier to Mount Adams. He calculated the objects were flying at about 1,200 miles per hour. Some accounts say 1,700 miles per hour, 2 times faster than any airplane known at that time. Months would pass before Colonel Chuck Yeager flew the Bell X-1 rocket plane to a speed of 700 miles per hour that exceeded the speed of sound. So, did this happen? Did Kenneth Arnold actually see flying saucers? It's entirely possible. I don't rule it out. Now, there is speculation that this could have possibly been what he saw. But I would think that an experienced pilot, as he was, would know the difference between this and a flying saucer. This is known as the flying pancake. It has no conventional fuselage. The broad and narrow low aspect ratio wing completely encloses the cockpit and twin engines. So it remains unexplained exactly what he saw. I mean, exactly what could it have been? Could it have been flying saucers, UFOs, or as they are known today, UAPs? Who really knows? There's no visual record of it. He didn't get them on film or anything like that. Well, that would have been interesting if he had, but unfortunately he didn't. Of course, probably would have been difficult with him flying like he was. But it's a fascinating case, and don't forget, this was the same year that Roswell occurred as well. Very same year, 1947. And just about a month later, I believe it was, or 2 months later, I think it was in August of 47 when Roswell happened. I'm not trying to call Kenneth Arnold a liar. He's long dead now. But it's an interesting case and one that's not easily solvable because all we have is his word. What about the other pilots that were in the air that day? Did they see the objects as well? Did anyone ask them? Are there any official records other than Arnold's? Makes one wonder, doesn't it? And that's going to do it for this week. But I thank you very much for tuning in. You guys are the heart of the show. Now, next week, I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to combine UFOs and cryptozoology on this show. I'm going to talk about the infamous UFO slash Bigfoot flap of 1973 in Pennsylvania, which Stan Gordon looked into. So until then, y'all be good or be good at this HBM's UFO Corner.